Hello everybody, my name is Ed. I'm in my armchair and the smoking lamp is lit. And right now I am smoking my new favorite pipe. My favorite pipe because it is my newest pipe. And as I've said, every pipe deserves to be a favorite for a while. And it'll just be a while because I have something else on ordered. But this is a Savinelli Punto Oro Gold. And I got this from Mel Harris as part of this London Calling Simon auction for matches 860. I got actually 2 pipes out of that auction and a mug. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today, we are going to be talking about, and I'll show you some of my pot pipes. And no, it is not a pipe for smoking pot. It is a pipe design that I have a few of, and I'm going to just tell you about it. So hold on, we're going to get some pipes. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take a couple pipes out of here. We're going to use this one right here, and just for demonstration, this guy. And now we're going to take a couple guys out of here. Don't mind the camera, but we want this guy and this guy. For giggles and grins, this guy right here. Okay, back to my armchair. Okay, so we're here with my pipes. Going to put this guy down. Tell you about some pot pipes. And where that comes from is just that they're shorter. Look at this guy. It's short, wide. It's a beautiful smoke. Beautiful. This one happens to be a Savinelli. I bought it new. And this was my first pot pipe. I bought this probably about 4 years ago, something of that nature. And I'll tell you, it was being my first pot pipe. I love it. And I kind of regret that it took so long for me to try a pipe like this. It is great because I've found that I do like the wide bowls, as this guy is, of the pot pipes that I have. You also have a little bit thicker walls to the briar. So it smokes just like my big ones, a little bit shorter period of time. But if I pack it right, I can maybe get an hour out of this guy, which is kind of good. So anyway, my first. This guy here, a little bit bigger, as you can tell. Maybe not. This one here, though, is obviously a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker, still a pot, but look how this feels. It fits right in. Oh, I love it. And again, since I'm not a clencher, I'm having it in my hand pretty much the whole time. And it just fits perfectly. It's a rusticade, a little bit of a, I'm not sure what you call that, but it just really fits in there. Oh man, I love it. And this was, of course, an eBay find for me. Okay. The next pipe is this guy right here. This is a Baronet Briar. Now this one of all of them is my favorite of the pot pipes. Um, Again, thick-walled, great diameter. Doesn't fit quite as good as that first one or the second one I just showed you, but it's still very nice. Great for that smoke when, you know, just sitting down, relaxing, usually watching a movie. Now, how I found out about this pipe is, and you've seen this one before, this is my dad's mega huge bayonet briar. And I like this pipe. And I started looking up to see if there are any other designs and stuff. And guess what I found? My pot. And of course now I have 6 designs of the bayonet briar. All big guy type pipes. They are great. You know, and my dad's face that fits them. I'll have to tell you that I am 6'1", and between my dad and my 2 brothers, I'm the runt in the family. That's why a pipe like this just fits right in with my dad. Although we did have others that you've seen. Pot pipes. You gotta love them. And here's one that's just a little funky, but I like. Look at this guy. It's a small little pipe. A nose warmer, it could qualify for that. Pot, yes. And it's a lovely, delightful smoke. I truly enjoy it. So anyway, these and maybe a couple other more pot pipes that I have. But these are the main ones I wanted to show you. So I appreciate it for your time. And now for a little bit of anyway, you know. Anyway, my dad likes to tell a story that I get a chuckle out of still. You got to go back to when my dad was a young man in Trenton, New Jersey. And that was a town, just like so many other towns. We didn't have zoning laws. So we had a grocery store on pretty much every other corner. And a bar, a true local neighborhood bar. As my dad would call them, beer and shot places. Because that's pretty much what you did. You hung out with all your neighbors. And according to the story, one day a couple guys went into the bar. The owner was there by himself. They were going to a ball game. Wanted to see if the owner wanted to join them. And he goes, yeah, I just got to get somebody to watch the place for me. Down at the end of the bar was a guy that they all knew. A regular. And the owner just said, would you like to watch the bar for me while I go to a ball game? And the guy goes, sure. And then he started thinking about it. And he says, but what if somebody comes in and wants to order one of these fancy drinks? And the owner says, just send them to another bar. I'm sorry. I enjoyed that, you know? Now, if you will indulge me, I'm going to tell a little story or just this, just a nice story. 20 years ago, about this time, I was celebrating my 50th birthday. Although my birthday is in December, we're celebrating because we went to Pebble Beach, California to play round of golf. Oh, actually, quite a few rounds of golf. But one was at Pebble Beach. Definitely a bucket list for anybody that plays golf. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous setting. You see it every year at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am, and it's U.S. Open. To play there, you have to, basically to get a tee time, you have to stay at the lodge at Pebble Beach, which we did. It was my best friend, my brother, and then another friend. We played 4 different rounds of golf, 3 of which were seaside golf courses, another one inland. Hit the Monterey Peninsula, Fisherman's Wharf. Went to Pac Bell Stadium. The first year was Pac Bell. San Francisco's Fisherman's Wharf. Just had an incredible, incredible time. And part of that was we also had some cigars. Not often did I take my pipes out for a trip, especially with friends. It's cigars. So I was the one that bought the cigars. First evening we smoked them was right at a lighthouse on the beach, on the rocks. Just sat there, smoked our cigars, beer, and watched the lighthouse. The next night, though, now we're staying at the lodge at Pebble Beach. These rooms were incredible. Fireplace in them. Of course, they also cost, because it was like, if I remember right, it was like $250 a night per person, double occupancy. We spent 2 nights there. But again, 50th anniversary, or not anniversary, 50 years old. But that night, I had great cigars, and we sat out on the balcony of our hotel room, and we were placed right on the first hole at Pebble Beach. Just gorgeous. So we sat outside, smoking our cigars, just talking about everything that's going to happen, because it was going to be the next day that we will actually play in Pebble Beach. Having these cigars, my brother bought a bottle of Dom Perignon champagne, so we had champagne and cigars on a balcony overlooking the first hole at Pebble Beach. That is definitely a bucket list trip. You know, my friends, my brother, all there, just talking about everything, but mainly about the excitement of the golf that we were going to play, and already had played 1 round. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you about that, because, yeah, it was 20 years ago. And also at this time, this year, we had to cancel it, but we had a golf trip that was going to put us up to New England during the fall change of leave. We're going to spend 4 days in Mystic, 3 up in upper state Vermont, playing golf in New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. quite a trip. Getting my friends from Colorado and one now in Oregon. This is where we see how we see each other. This is what I bought. Already bought through the Pipe Nook. I got 4 corn cobs because 2 of the guys have never smoked a pipe before, and we were going to just smoke a pipe. Anyway, that trip got canceled just cause of. So next year the same trip. So thank you very much for listening to me. I appreciate it. Hope you liked this. If you did, appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. Mainly so I know who's out there. If you don't like, you really are not going to get to heaven. Anyway, may your smoking lamp always be lit, and you be safe out there.